she was afraid to call in because she didn't know what would happen to her. Yeah, it was 0 and below, and the dog was out there, and you just can't let that happen.
If you could just exchange places with the dog, but some people don't realize that, they don't get it, and they don't care, you know.
That's what that little dog across the street wants. He just wants somebody to love him and talk to him and pet him. He's desperate for it. To me, it's abusive to leave a dog out in that freezing cold weather.
We felt better that we made the call, and that
yes, we did. We felt like we did something.
The Humane Society went out there and took care of the problem. That really made us feel better.
This situation here, these dogs, the shelter which they have is very improper. No evidence of food and water. They use these type to strengthen the neck of the animal for fighting, and there's nobody to take care of them, so I removed them for the safekeeping of the animals. I understand on how scared she is because the owner of the dogs did assault her. She does not want to become involved any further. And as you notice, I did not take a name or anything from her. The owner can deal with me here at the Humane Society if he would like.
We get a lot of cruelty complaints. Calls come in every single day about a concerned person that lives next door to somebody who has a dog that's chained outside. It doesn't have any food, it doesn't have any water or shelter, and so we have to send our cruelty investigator out to follow up on these calls. I think that with neglect, a lot of it is lack of education, but I also think that people don't take the responsibility of pet ownership seriously. And I know just based on the number of calls we had in January and February this year where temperatures were sub-zero and we had a lot of concerns about neighbors' dogs being left outside. The water was frozen solid, the food was frozen solid, we had wind chill factors below 0. So, you know, I think that some people just don't take the responsibility seriously. Some of the cruelty is intentional. The abusive cruelty where we find people who are maybe fighting dogs or are beating their pet because they're angry. They don't know how to handle their anger. They may be taking it out on other family members as well. I don't know, but I can tell you that we have seen some animals that were intentionally abused at the shelter, and it's hard. It is highly emotional to have a cruelty case come in, and we need to take care of the animal one way or another. I know this winter we had a boxer come in, and all of us were amazed the boxer could walk and that it was even alive, because it truly was a skeleton with skin on it. And the boxer was very grateful to be here. People, some of the staff members would go up to the gate and talk to it, and in spite of it being so weak and so sick, it would get up off of its bed and come over and let you pet it. So the staff, in a few hours, got rather attached to this poor skinny boxer. And actually it was dead the next morning. The one comforting thing I think that the staff shared was at least the boxer knew someone loved it before it died, and it had one good meal, and it had one dry bed in a warm place with people who cared about it the last 12 hours that it was alive.
The lady actually found him wandering down a road and brought him in, and obviously he hasn't seen any groceries or any kind of food whatsoever in a long, long time. He has absolutely no excess fat, really no muscle mass to speak of. I mean, you can literally see every bone that this dog actually has. I mean, backbone, hip bones, ribs. There's really no muscle mass. It's amazing how that he can still be as happy and as friendly as what he is. There we go. There we go. And he weighs 30.7 pounds. And so he's at least a good 20 pounds to 30 pounds underweight. Someone has not, I mean, this dog has not gotten any food at all in a long, long time. I mean, this is just no food. I mean, this is horrible.
And his tail is
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he's happy as can be. He's got sores. They're probably just from pressure. This one back here is like an open sore back here. It's just, it's bone on skin, and they're just, poor boy.
Some of that? Somebody want some of that?
Aww.
Boy.
This is horrific. Just horrific that people let an animal get like this. This is beyond inhumane. I guess it's what we're here for.
They stay loyal only to the fact that they know that's their way of life. You see animals that are brought in to the shelters and everything. Once they get a different life, they see a different life, their whole body demeanor changes, everything changes. And I think they become more of a loyal pet. The most rewarding thing that actually comes out of this is when you actually remove them out of the situation that they're in, and then you watch that animal make a turn around and it's adopted out. Be it a puppy, be it an older dog, you know, that's the most rewarding. I'm here for the animals because somebody's got to speak for them. And that's what I do. That's what I've done for 40 years.
And in 2 weeks, we've gotten him to gain 8 pounds. If everybody remembers, like, he had actually, I mean, he was really, really skeletal. So we're pleased with getting 8 pounds on him because we want to get it on him slowly. We don't want to get it on too fast, so we're putting it on nice and slow, and he is just absolutely the sweetest dog in the world. How he got where he was, we don't know, but we're going to make sure he gets on the road to recovery to be able to get into his nice new home.
Overseeing the shelter, I take very seriously and feel like it's a big responsibility, but really everybody involved with the Humane Society has a big responsibility, regardless if it's a staff person taking care of the animals or a volunteer who comes in on a regular basis and helps us care for the animals. We do the best we can. We are the Humane Society, and I know that humane really means to show compassion and care for something, especially something that might be sick or in distress. And I think that the name suits us perfectly because that's what we see every single day under our roof.